Hold on, here we go. Here we go. I've been doing all this talking on mute, okay? I've been on mute. Let me see if I can hear myself now. So that's why I have to check this technology out because it won't let me be great. Let me see. I think it's a little delay. Yeah, now it's on, now it's on, now it's on. Okay, because I was muted. Okay, you have to make sure that you don't have your mute button on so that you can hear me. So hopefully y'all can hear me over on IG. Um, because I can't. Oh, well, I guess I can look on IG. But first of all, let me share the video. If you don't mind sharing the video as you come into the broadcast and you catching it live, go ahead and share the video out with your family and your friends, honey. And let them know that Lisa Stringer Bailey is on the book. And it's April the 1st. Yes. And it's Financial Literacy Month. It's Financial Literacy Month. And so for the month of April, I am committed. I am making a commitment to come live every single day. Okay. Now I say every single day, but every now and then, y'all know life be life, and things may come up. And I got speaking engagements like Thursday. I got a speaking engagement on Thursday. So I probably won't be here at 7. So I'm probably gonna have to try to do it earlier in the day. I might come live in the at the lunchtime for a midday money moment. Y'all remember my midday money moments? So I might do that. And then Friday, I have some training. So Friday, I may be able to come on Friday night. So we'll see. But just bear with me. Bear with me. If I do miss a day, best believe I will make it up on the next day. Okay. Or we'll go a day longer after April. How many days in April? 20, 30 days. It's 30 days in the month of April. So we'll get it in there. We'll get it in there. And if we don't, y'all know I'll either put a post out, I can post some information, or I'll come live the next day and do two. I'll do two. Okay. But what I want to do for the month of April in honor of Financial Literacy Month is come live and give you all a financial fact or a financial nugget or some financial information, something that's going to help you in your financial journey, and something that you can take and kind of think about it, chew on it, figure out how you can implement it into your financial life, and to make it better. Okay, because that's really what this month is for. It's for education. Now I know a lot of times we might not want to admit it. We don't want to admit it. We don't want to acknowledge it. We want to what they call sweep it under the rug. But the facts are the facts. And one of the facts that's pretty much out here in the world is our community, our folks, is not financially educated as we should be. Okay, it's a real thing because when I started this business almost 10 years ago, it's been about 8 years now, 8 or 9. I think this year's 9. Next year be 10 years when I started my Triple M Money Management Matters. That's my business, if you don't know. Um, I didn't, I'm in the financial industry and my finances was a wreck. My finances was a wreck. I wasn't implementing all the things that I knew. I knew the information, but I wasn't implementing it. I wasn't taking action on it. So, what good is knowing something if you're not going to use it? And you know what the old saying is, the mind is a terrible thing to waste. Yeah. So, the information that you have in your mind is a terrible thing to waste. Okay. So we got to do better with implementing, with taking action on the things that we know, the things that we learn, because when we know better, we can do better, right? So that's what I want. I want to do better because I have done better over the years if I've been doing this business. And as I've learned things, I've tried to share it with others. And I wrote my book, Finding Favor with Your Finances. If you don't know, there it is. There it is. Uh-oh. There it is. If you don't know, honey, now you know. I wrote that book, Finding Favor with Your Finances, and that was just it's kind of like my journey, and it's things that I've learned over the years of how to get to that favor, how to get to financial security, how to get to financial stability, how to get the things that you desire in your life from your finances, right? So I wrote that book, and now this year, I wrote another book. I came out with another book. I'm still trying to share this video, y'all. Hold on. I keep getting distracted. I wrote another book that I'm going to share with y'all during this month as well. That I said this is a good time to share this book that I wrote in collaboration with I partnered with Pastor Monica Haskell out of Delaware. She's a pastor, a business coach, and she helped me write The Favor Factor. The Favor Factor is a book filled with financial favor prayers. Okay, because favor is all about the favor of God in your life and in your money. And so this book really brings out the essence. It's almost like a follow up to the steps that you need to take for finding favor. Then once you take these steps and you implement and you start seeing some success, then you want to pray over it. You want to pray about it so you can continue the favor throughout the rest of your life. Okay. So I find too when I was thinking about this book and when I got the book and I started reading it, I was like, you know what, this is so good because a lot of us, including myself, did not know how to pray for our money, pray specific prayers for favor in our finances, how to pray specific prayers for different areas of our lives, because this is just not for finances, it's also for all areas of your life. So what I'm going to do is after I give you your financial nugget or your financial fact, I'm going to pray one of these prayers. I'm going to read one of these prayers for you to kind of give you a sample of what's in this book. And of course, if you want to purchase it, listen, just put it in the comments. Say, Lisa, let me hook me up with that book. Hook me up with that book. And I'll send you the link so you can purchase it for yourself. You can read along with me. And it's something that you can keep forever because you're going to forever be wanting to pray to God for your favor. Okay. So for the first day of this series during Financial Literacy Month, I wanted to start, I'm kind of going to start with the basics. Okay. And the basics of finances and the basics of money management and the basis of understanding how your money works starts right here. Y'all like my hair? I'm still rocking this little golden color hair. Everybody says it's so pretty on me. I said, okay, y'all know this was my birthday hair. Okay, but my birthday being gone, but I'm still rocking. Anyway, it starts right here. Money mindset matters. Money mindset matters. So the first thing we're going to talk about is our mindset. How do you think about your money? How do you feel when you get paid? How do you feel when you are paying your bills? Okay. Do you have some kind of negativity around paying your bills, or you have some kind of animosity or anxiety, or get upset because you're not making enough money to pay all your bills? Um, so when you start really thinking about that, if you have negative thoughts, if you have distressing thoughts, if you have anxiety thoughts, then that could be hindering you from being successful in your money, from changing the way you spend your money, or the way that you allocate your money, or the way that you manage your money. Those thoughts could be hindering you from getting to the place where you can have better thoughts. So let's see what it says here. I did a little bit of research. So I'm going to share with you 3 ways that you can change your mindset around your money and how it will help you. Okay. So, number one way is just to reframe your money beliefs. What do you believe about your money? How did you grow up thinking about your money? Now, for me, I'm just going to be transparent. We didn't grow up with a whole lot of money. We did not. I live here in the country part of Georgia, okay? And matter of fact, my grandmother raised me, and b- up until she died. and it was just me and her, and she was on a fixed income. She was ill, your grandparents. I think my grandmother was in her late 50s, but she had a lot of illnesses. So she didn't work. She didn't work. I think she worked for a little while that I can remember. But from my recollection, as I was older, about 8, 9, 10, she didn't work. She was just at home. So we was on a fixed income. And y'all know what the fixed income is. That means the government assistance income, or what they used to call it. I don't think they called it welfare. I'm not sure now what it's called. Government assistance, maybe disability checks. If you have a disability and you can't work, then you get the disability income, or Social Security, or SSI, or Medicaid, Medicare, whichever government assistance that you're on. But that is a fixed income because they only gonna give you a certain amount, right? I think every year they may up it a percentage or two, but it's not a whole lot. So if you grew up on a fixed income, right? So you might have grew up hearing like I did, we ain't got no money for that. Girl, you think money growing on trees around here? Girl, just be glad you got something to eat. Yeah, no, all those negative connotations, negative things that our parents or grandparents used to tell us, not really knowing themselves that a lot of that stuff was negative. Uh, Maybe help some type of negative memories for you. I know one thing I remember as a child is I always wanted to do cheerleading. I went to a school with predominantly Caucasian people, and so all of my friends were white. All my friends, most of my friends was white, so the girls was cheerleading. Okay, they wanted to be cheerleaders, or they try out for cheerleading, and that's something I remember coming home one day asking my grandmother, could I try out for the cheerleader? And she was like, "Girl, no, ain't nobody got no money for that. We ain't got no money for that." So it kind of stuck with me. As you see, that's one of the main memories I remember from not having money is I couldn't be a cheerleader. So it kind of stuck with me. So, and that could be the reason why now, as an adult, 10 years ago, I was 45. So it wasn't until I was in my 40s, so I really started thinking about money and how it had affected me over the years. Because when I started this business, that's why I started this business, because my money was a wreck, my finances was a wreck. My father had died with no life insurance, and we didn't have no way to pay for his final expenses. So anyway, so some of the things you might have heard as a child growing up is money doesn't grow on trees, rich people are greedy, and I don't believe that. So that's a negative connotation, or I'll never make enough money. Now, I've heard that, recently. I have heard people say, I'll never make enough money, or I can't find a job that's paying me enough money to pay my rent. Y'all know rent right now is easy $2,000 if if you live in a 2 or 3 bedroom apartment. And it's very difficult, for our generation coming up now. Even it don't matter what age. If you live in an apartment and you got to pay $2,000, you feel like you don't have enough money. So that's another thing that we have to think about, how to reframe that. How are we going to reframe that belief that I'll never make enough money, right? So instead of saying it negatively, instead of having a scarcity thinking mindset, you might want to change it up how you think. You have to change up the way you see your money and the way you see yourself dealing with your money, right? So one thing that you can say is, instead of the negative things, acknowledge what the negative things are. And when you start to say them, stop yourself. Stop yourself, and instead of saying it, I want you to write it down. Instead of saying it out your mouth, I just want you to write it down. And then I want you to think to yourself, what can I say instead? Instead of, what can I say instead of this negative word, or these negative words that I'm thinking? So you want to replace it with some empowering, with some positive, with some what's another word, engaging spiritual sayings. So we're going to replace it. So, for instance, instead of saying money is hard to make, say, instead of saying money is hard to make, or I don't have enough money, or I don't get paid enough, say money flows to me in expected and unexpected ways. Or you can say money comes to me from my talents and my skills. My talents and my skills allows me to make more money. And if you want to go biblical, say my gifts will make room for me. I think that's a Bible verse that a lot of people say, my gifts will make room for me, or my gifts will bring me money. My gifts will make me money. And then figure out what that gift is and how to monetize it. Okay. So, another money affirmation, and money affirmations is something that I shared with you all back in December. Back in December of last year, I did some money affirmations, and I'm actually thinking about putting them in a deck of cards. So, look out for that. But if you want to go back to back on my page, you'll see it. But ain't nobody gonna do that. But anyway, I'm gonna give you some money affirmations during this month as well. So, a couple of money affirmations you can say now, and say them 2 or 3 times a day, or say them anytime you feel a negative thought about your money coming up. Say, I am worthy of financial abundance. I am worthy of financial abundance. My income grows as I grow. Okay. When you growing, you have to grow as I'm giving you this education, as you're learning more about your money and how money works. Implement it as you growing in your vocabulary, you're growing in your education, you're growing in your mindset, your income will also grow. And so say so. My money, my income grows as I grow. And another one you can say is, I have more than enough to make my ends meet and bless others. Okay. So if you want to just start with one thing, just start with making your ends meet first. And then once you get a flow, once you get your finances in order, once you're paying all your bills and you got your savings account and you got your life insurance, okay? And you can start blessing others, start blessing others. So that could be something that you look forward to as you improve on your own finances. So, number one thing you can do is reframe your money beliefs, okay? Then again, shift your scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset. So that's the same thing. Say positive things about your money. List 3 things that you're grateful for financially. And I talk a lot about being content with what you have right now, because God is not going to bless you with more unless He sees that you're being good stewards for what you have right now and that you're being content. So always be grateful. That's something that you can practice as well, along with your affirmations. Say 3 things that you're thankful for when you wake up in the morning. I know when I wake up, I just be thanking God that I woke up. Thank you, Lord, that I got the movement of my fingers and I got the movement of my feet and my arms, and that I can go take care of myself and give myself a shower. All those type of things, the little things you have to be thankful for. Okay. And then another thing you can do is just really stop focusing on the lack. Again, instead of saying, I can't afford this, ask yourself, well, how can I afford this? Okay. How can I rearrange my money so that I can put a certain amount in savings to save up for this thing that I want? I might can't afford it right now, but I will be able to. Say that. Say it. Instead of saying I can't afford this, say I will be able to get that one day. I will be able to get that. I can save up $10 every pay period, and I'll be able to get that in the next 6 months. Okay. So be very positive again with your mindset. Another thing that you can do is to make sure that you're listening to positive information. Um, Nowadays with a whole bunch of negative things going on in the world, negative talk and bad news on the internet and on TV. Listen, I listen to YouTube videos, podcasts, what they call them books on the books on the computer, the ebooks, listen to ebooks and just listen to very positive information. And then if you really want to get very specific, listen to money talks, okay? Find you some podcasts that talks about money. One that I like to listen to, of course, is Susie Orman. I love her. Um, Earn Your Leisure is another one I listen to. Oh, it's just so mean. I'm actually, matter of fact, let me go ahead and plug this. I'm gonna be on Ready Set Collaborate with Wanda Pearson on tomorrow. And she has a podcast called Ready Set Collaborate. Okay. So you can listen to me tomorrow. I'll be talking some information about finances. So I always want to talk, listen to more positive things instead of listening to the bad news you hear on the TV all the time. And the last thing that you can do is take action to build your confidence, your financial confidence. Now, I was just talking about this. Listen, if we're in a place now, well, we don't understand finances. We're bad with money, and it's not our fault, okay? Because number one thing is it's not learned in school. It's not taught in school. It's not a mandatory course in the high school system in our state of Georgia. I know, but in many states where it's absolutely mandatory that they teach us financial skills. Money, good money habits. They don't teach us that. What they teach us is, the bare minimum, how to read, write, arithmetic, and add, how to be able to write your name and fill out an application so that you can go work in a factory or wherever, or work for McDonald's or what, I hate to say names on here. So work. So, but they don't teach you the consequences of what to do with your money, the consequences of applying for credit cards and knowing that you're paying way more than what you originally thought you was paying on the credit card. So it's a lot that they don't teach you. So it's not your fault. So you really have to build up your own financial confidence. Forgive yourself, right? Give yourself grace for things that you've done in the past. I had to do the same thing. And then just start from now. Start from now, right? So I said a while ago that knowledge, we know a lot of things. We think we know some things, but we don't put it into action. We don't implement it. So instead of thinking knowledge is change, we always say the more we know, the more we might change things. But no, the real thing is action. You got to take action on it. That's what's going to make the change. That's what's going to make the difference is taking the action, right? So, um, those are three tips right there. So, number one was reframe your money beliefs. Okay. Shift from your scarcity mindset to an abundant mindset. It's the mind. It's the mind. It starts right here. We got to really shift how we're thinking. And then number three, take action to build your financial confidence. Okay. And that's just placing the knowledge that you have into action. Okay. And the action could be listen to financial podcasts, read financial books, picture yourself, think about how you would feel and how you would look and what would it would be the peace of mind that you would have if you had no debt, if you had a savings account, if you had life insurance for all your family members. Think about the financial relief you would have knowing that you had things in place. That's a very big motivator for me because I know I don't want to ever go through what I went through with my dad not having life insurance. So I know now that it's a security for me, it's a stability for me, it's for me knowing that God forbid something happened to one of my loved ones, that I don't have to worry about the money. I don't have to worry about the money. All I have to worry about is grieving, and because I am a God-fearing woman, I'm a Christian woman, I already know that my loved one is in a better place, or and they're with God, and I will pray to see them again, but I will be grieved to know it. We don't know how we're going to grieve until it happens. So, but one thing we don't want to worry about is the money. Okay. So, with that being said, that was day one, is your mindset. I want you to really think about how you think about your money. what your mindset is, how you grew up. Write it down. If you have negative thoughts about your money, write down those negative thoughts and replace them with some positive thoughts. And then, if you want to go a step further and you want me to help you, I want you to reach out to me. I want you to reach out to me in the if you don't have my phone number, you can reach out to me in the DM, and you can also set up set up a call with me. I'm sorry. I just listen. I've been missing all my comments. Hey Renee, thank you for joining. I'm so sorry I missed all my comments, honey, because I was reading my notes. Yes, Renee over here and I'm using this new software I'm trying to learn, right? Okay, girl, right? Hey, Aaliyah. Hey, girl. Hey. It's about time for your podcast too. Aaliyah has a podcast. Um Aaliyah, the Purpose Midwife podcast is on fire to inspire. Yes. Y'all check out my girl's podcast. You talking about a positive, something positive that you can listen to and learn from. It's Miss Aaliyah, Purpose with Midwife. Is on fire to inspire. On fire to inspire on YouTube. Check her out. Check her out. Check her out. So thank y'all so much for joining over here on the book. On the book. But I wanted to let you all know to definitely reach out to me if you have a question or you want to talk about your mindset, if you have a negative thoughts and you want some ideas on how to change those negative thoughts to positive thoughts, then I want you to schedule some time with me and let's chat. Take action to build your financial confidence. That's exactly right, ma'am. Thank you so much for the comments. Thank you so much for the comments. Now let me see something. One second. Let me this what I'm trying to do. I'm gonna put my hold on. Put my link bit.ly, my bit.ly link, www.bit.ly.com/money moment is my calendar. That's what I was trying to get to, my calendar. So if you all want to chat, definitely get on my calendar. Is it coming up? Is it coming up? There it is. Yay, bit.ly.com/money moment. If you're on IG, you can check it out in the link in the bio. Link in the bio. Okay. bit.ly.com/money moment. Now, the last thing I want to do real quick before we jump off is I'm gonna do one of the prayers from my The Favor Factor book. Okay. These are prayers for favor in your finances and favor in every aspects of your life. So I'm going to be sharing one of these prayers every night after the financial fact that I'm going to share with y'all. And if you want to get a copy, I'm going to put the link in the comments. I'm going to put the link in the comments so you can grab your copy and read along. So this is day 14. So I'm going to just kind of go throughout the book and choose one I think is relevant for today. But today, this one talks about creative ideas and innovation through favor. Now, I thought this was good for the mindset because as you start thinking more positively about your money, I want you to think about creative ideas. How can you create positive thinking around your money? How can you create? You may be able to create something from your skills and abilities, from your creativity. You create this thing and then you can monetize it. It could be a business for you, it could be a ministry for you, it could be your purpose. Once you really start thinking about it, thinking about your creativity and innovation, that could be just the thing that you need to get you out of your financial situation, right? So, this says, Father, and these are prayers. So, I want you to pray either, repeat after me or definitely get the book. Then you can pray them for yourself all the time. Father, in the name of Jesus, I declare that I walk in divine creativity and innovation because of your favor. This is something that the Lord has already given us, but we got to tap into it. God gives us positivity. God gives us creativity. God gives us the innovation. But if we don't tap into it, and we don't use it, we ain't gonna never get out of the situations that we're in. Your word says that you give wisdom, knowledge, and joy to those who please you. That's in Ecclesiastes, second chapter, 26th verse. I receive fresh ideas, divine strategies, and supernatural insight that sets me apart. My mind, it's the mindset, baby, the mindset. My mind is sharp, my thoughts are clear, and my creativity flows without limit. I boldly proclaim that I am a problem solver and an innovator. Your favor causes me to think outside the box and produce solutions that others overlook. I create with excellence, and my work stands out in the marketplace. This is your business, in the ministry, in your purpose, in your family, whatever it is, replace it, right? Replace that word with what you need out of this, right? I create excellence, and my work stands out in my family. My work stands out on my job. My work stands out in my business. My work stands out in my ministry, in my purpose. My ideas are anointed. My strategies are inspired, and everything I create prospers. So I decree that my gifts, we talked about gifts a while ago, your gifts will make room for you. I decree that my gifts and talents make room for me and bring me before great men. Proverbs 18:16. Okay. So I'm going to stop right there, but it's more to read. But if you want to get the book, definitely reach out to me. I will send the link for you. But these are some powerful, powerful prayers. It's going to keep you motivated, it's going to keep your mindset in a positive status so that when you are going through your financial issues and you're thinking, I ain't going to never get out of this rut, or I ain't going to never get out of this mess, or I ain't going to never be able to afford what I really want. Not true. Not true. Not true. So what you want to do is stay in a positive money mindset. Hey Tyra babe, happy Tuesday. Thank you for joining. Okay, so that is it for this evening. Thank you all so much for joining me for the first day of April. It's financial literacy month. So listen, I want y'all to stay engaged with me. I'll be live tomorrow. We'll do day two of Financial Literacy Month, and I'm gonna have some prizes. I'm gonna have some news, some prizes and things as this month goes along. Cause I tell you, finances, this is my ministry, this is my jam. I love it, and as I'm studying and learning more, I want to share with you all what I'm learning. Okay, so that we can take this month and really, really grow in our finances and in our money mindset. Okay. So, with that being said, thank you all so much for joining me live. If you have caught this on the replay, honey, go ahead and hit that hashtag replay. Let me know you rolled through so I can come back and say thank you and appreciate you for stopping by. And if you want to get in touch with me to talk about uh, your mindset, or you want to talk about some life insurance or financial coaching, anything you want to talk about, get on my calendar at bit.ly.com/money moment. All right. So until tomorrow, you all have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday evening and have a blessed night's sleep. Good night.